Good evening. Once again, welcome to Voiceit talk show. Tonight we got a very interesting topic on my vote, my country. But before we're going to start, I just need to read the logistics. We'd like to welcome all the live streaming of Voiceit talk show. I'm your presenter, Stuart. Disclosure. We don't take responsibility for offensive languages or videos with live streaming. COVID-19. Our candle on our screen is for all the people that have lost their loved ones with a COVID-19 epidemic, and we need to keep on praying for full recovery and keep the distance. Tonight it is a little bit tough for me because my brother passed away, also COVID related, but unfortunately the show needs to go on. But my family is busy. They are having a memorial with him. And so if you have a family member that's still going through this COVID, please pray and stay safe. Our talk show will be broadcast in English and in Afrikaans. The show is for any person, organization to voice their opinion in the Free State and around the world. The platform is to share information and knowledge. The viewers can also interact and ask relevant questions. Now, tonight's topic is my vote, my country. Remember, the elections is coming on. Some of you already know who you're going to vote for. Others are not sure who they're going to vote for. So please feel very, very welcome to send your questions tonight. What voices they have decided, we always see political analysis, people give their political opinions and all that. Tonight we have taken somebody from the street, meaning he's not so great in politics, but he impresses me so much whenever I met him with the way he knows his politics. Remember, I'm not a politician at all, but I can just share it. And we give him his voice tonight. We'll be introducing him later to you people and hear his opinion. Tonight what we're going to do, we're going to look at the positive sides of all the political parties and a bit sides that's worrying us. And I think we're going to have a fruitful discussion tonight. So without any waste of time, I'm first going to read you the bio of this person. His name is Jan Martinus Bernardus van Rooyen. He's actually born in Tromsburg and he's 52 years old. So he knows where he came from during the apartheid years. He's divorced, he got 4 children, and his school attendance was at Dr. Block Senior Secondary School, so I take it was in Heidedal. He obtained a grade 11 certificate. His work experience, one at Safco forwarding data capture clerk. He worked at SADF, a rifle storeman. Then he worked at Grey Security as a supervisor, and then at Siakwaba, HIV and AIDS support group. He's a manager at 5 Security present. Involvement. He's involved as a chair of churches local as from 1999 till 2002. He's a chair of a NPO at Garib district 2009 till 2012. He's a chair of NAPWA Free State, deputy president of Positive Men's Movement. He's a member of the Provincial Council on AIDS. He's a member of Social Society Local from 2000 up to 2009 and members of IDP Budget Garib District 2000 till 2011. So he's quite involved in a lot of organizations. But before that, we're gonna just have a slight show of him, and then we're going to show you where Tromsburg is. We were on a hill at Tromsburg and take just a little short video for the people that have never been at Tromsburg. Welcome back. Tonight, Voiceit is giving Tromsburg a voice. Welcome, Jan van Rooyen. We hope you're going to give us a lot of inputs and your ideas as a member of the public in politics.
Thank you very much, Stewie. Good evening, and thank you very much to invite me to your show.
There you are. Jan is more than welcome. And immediately we're going to start. Jan, do you think it's important for people to vote? And why?
Stewie, it's very important for each and everyone in the country to vote. If we don't vote, meaning that the country won't be able to be governed. Meaning governs is that there are parties to be voted in the country, and as South Africans, as a democratic country, we need to vote so that we can have a party and have a good governance.
Good governance. Now, at this stage, how Voiceit feel is that the power is in the hands of the public. Meaning, you at this stage, as a public member, got the same power as the president with one vote. What is your comment on that?
Stewie, it's true. We have to vote, and if we don't vote, and the president doesn't vote for the country, he himself also is a member. Take it into consideration. He is also a member from the public. He's been voted in by the community, meaning that we vote him in, and it's very easy for us also to vote him out.
Right. My second question to you. People are voting all the times. And a lot of parties are letting them down. We'll come later to that. Especially the governance party at this stage. Do you really think there is still a genuine party to vote for at this stage? Because what we picked up, there's already 300 parties that wants to take part in this voting campaign.
Stewie, thank you for asking me that question. I do my SWOT analysis during this week and find out there is more than 200 parties. And previously, there was only 2 or 3 parties. Now, all the smaller parties, their purpose is just to get votes and represent into the governance. But really, I must tell you that there is no good party yet because of there is many things that even the smaller parties are doing because of, remember, some of the smaller parties, it's been established from these bigger parties that we'll go in detail in our later stage.
So, right, we'll come back to that one. Standing on a smaller party, I feel a lot of smaller parties pop up because how the big parties is making mistakes all the time and they also want to be in govern. That's why all these parties are coming up. What will your comment be on that one?
Stewie, all these smaller parties will never govern. The reason is that there are bigger parties like ANC, DA, and EFF. Practical example, if you take a party like ASSD, they will never govern because of they are very small. Even the votes is just to be represented maybe on local, on provisional, and not be well represented in national to run the country.
But if you look at if these smaller parties combine together, say for instance each party get 10 votes and all of them combine together and there are 10, it's 50 votes already. Do you think that will help?
Stewie, they tried this coalition, and I think all these coalitions of the smaller party, it doesn't work because of after they come up with this coalition of them, they are fighting internal because of they try to be power hungry also at the same time, and for them to govern, it's very difficult because of for instance we're having ANC, which is a very strong party. We've got DA. It's also a very strong party. We've got DA, which EFF, which is also a strong party. Even the bigger parties try for this coalition, trying it, but it fails. Meaning all these smaller parties will never even succeed if they try having this coalition.
My question to you: how genuine do you think these leaders is gonna be? Because if you look at what councillors is getting, I think councillors is getting more than 50,000 a month. Mayors is getting 1 million rand a month. Don't you think it's too ridiculous for a member of the public to serve the public and gets that such amount, that the amount is more attractive for them, their salary, than giving the people the service that the people needs?
I think, Stewie, our governments, the party in governments need to review that on a very serious note, because of some of them are earning over 45 to 60,000 monthly. And they are still greedy even although they get that lot of money, because it doesn't even do the implementation part of that smart policy that the governing party are having. Now, we as the community, we really need to participate a lot. And I'm pleading the community of South Africa, whenever there are policy reviews or public participation, please be part of that, because of the end of the day, we'll continue complaining of them and not being part of that. But I must tell you, some of them doesn't deserve that.
If you look, I just made an analysis with one councillor of years ago in the 70s. He first told me they used to get 15 rand a month whilst they had their other jobs. And then in the 80s, they were earning 2,500 rand. And there was service delivered in this huge amount that people are getting now. That's why I'm asking myself, is it not that they rather want to be attracted by the amount they get and be in control for the money, or really for service delivery?
As to it, I remember in 1990 with the TLC, the councillors were earning around 5 to 10,000 rand. I'm even surprised that now they're earning this lot of money, because of in 1994, after the first election, democratic elections, people were not being power hungry. People were not looking at money. And even during the apartheid regime, those councillors of Conservative Party and National Party, they were not, there was money, because South Africa is one of the rich countries in Africa. They were not greedy about money, but now lately our councillors in the democracy, they only look at money, and they are failing us. Truly speaking, they are failing us, because of they feel more of office-bounded people. They are not people working physical on the grounds and doing the implementation part of the work.
If they can do away with tenders, don't you think it will change? There will be a big change if tenders can stop and municipality can go and do the work again. The tenders was actually a brilliant idea, because that was uplifting the blacks that was deprived. But the tenders turn out into a very, 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 very bad way. What will your opinion be? Can they still carry on with tenders, or do they need to stop it?
Stewie, if they be honest, if they stop these tenders, really it will create also unemployment. They will increase the rate of unemployment. I think the party in governance just need to review it and make it sure that these tenders are being really supervised on the correct manners. Let me make you a practical example. We've got national treasury, we've got provisional treasury, and then we've got the political heads, and then we've got the officials. Now, tenders, it's not falling under the political head. The political head just oversee it. From the public, I think we can't stop tenders, because we're gonna create more unemployment. But I think we, in terms of the tenders, it just need to be done away from all these criminals. You know, tenders, it's something that creates a lot of job, because even the owners of the tenders are having the subcontracts that working under them, And that creates a lot of job, even although it's for 3 or 6 months, but at least some of the public members can put food on the table for the families. I like to disagree a little bit with our government presently. They fail us, really, to be honest. They fail us with all these tenders that they have given to the wolves outside. People been using tenders for their own interest and never pay the community workers. The tenders, I hear the president was talking about that the tenders won't be in the hands of the councillors in future. Let's hope that, Stewie, in future, all the people that will have tenders will have legal documents, correct documents, because of some of them will be even tendering without having SARS documents, CKs and all those things. They will be just been given this because of it was more about family interest and looking after their families.
But if you look now how worse it got, that it actually never happened, that they are busy killing the councillors now for tenders and all that, or for positions.
Stewie, you're talking the truth. I spoke to one of the public members on Friday when I was home. I said, you know, every time during the elections, councillors have been killed. And I think South African law is too genuine to those people that are killing other people. You know that because of, we see it with people that kills people daily just for money. It's not all about tenders actually, because of tenders it's something that they have a time frame and it's not for a very long time, but there are those people that have been having even political influence to kill our members.
Okay. If we look at the rate, the ANC, all of the people voted for the ANC years ago for democracy. We wanted change. But if you look now at the rate, the ANC's members have voting amounts have dropped. The DA have dropped a little bit. And two parties that I see it's picking up a lot is the EFF and the newly formed 8-year-old party, the PA. What can that reason be?
Okay, Stewie, with the numbers that are increasing of the EFF, you must remember, Stewie, EFF is more of a youth league party. There are more youth involved. And then with the PA also, the PA color's been neglected for years and years. To be honest, for years and years. Now, since this PA party has been established and becoming an organization, it's only now the colors feel that they never had a say in the country. And they feel now that they will vote for the PA in future and presently now, because in the Western Cape, PA is having a lot of support, and I see in the Gauteng also they're having a lot of support. But the reason why ANC and DA is losing membership, ANC people didn't vote. Even in the previous elections, they didn't vote due to the fact of all this corruption. And DA lost a lot of members since Linda Masibuke and my money left because of, I'm not discriminating now, but I just need to be clear. DA is more about whites. And since Helen Zille came back to the DA, they lost a lot of, a loss of membership.
All right, we'll come back later to that one. The president, he is busy changing the ANC. They are trying to get rid of all the corrupt people. That's the trend that we see. Is it not that the president maybe saw, here comes big trouble, let us clear these corrupt people, or let's pretend that we are clearing them, because at this stage, nobody is ever arrested. What will your comment be on that one?
Stewie, since the president being the deputy president of the country, it was his mandate as the deputy president to oversee all these corruption issues. Remember, Stewie, the former president, he was the one that brings Zondo Commission in. He is the one that established that. Then he brings it in, and he mandated the present president of the country to oversee all this. Now, corruption didn't start there. Remember, since South Africa becomes a democratic country, from 1994, even prior 1994, at World Trade Center, many things unfold. But I must be honest with you, since ANC becomes the governing party of South Africa, it's the only party that came with a clear mandate that all the corruptions need to be get out of the country. The president is busy, and I'm assuring you that from the public figure that all those that are corrupt, he will deal with them. Although some of them feels that he's having a political agenda against them, but really the country need to get rid of all the corruption, unless we'll look like countries, I don't want to mention countries in Africa, and our people are gonna suffer.
Let's quickly look at a statement the president made with his council members, and then we discuss it quickly.
Take nothing from the people of our country. Through this pledge, that's what you have said. You have also promised to accept no inducement. You have also promised to commit no fraud. You have also promised, comrades, to disavow any form of nepotism or of patronage, but you have also promised to respect the women and the girls of our country as you serve our people. As the nation prepares to vote on the 1st of November, please remember that you will be held to the commitments that you have made this evening. Having signed this pledge is your bond. It is your commitment, not only by the organization that you represent, because we will hold you to this pledge tonight.
Now, everyone that was there is signing a pledge and to uphold the law this time. Or do you think it's still going to continue? And what's going to happen with these people if they don't uphold it?
Stewie, the president outlined it clear even during his campaign. And I think South Africa citizens heard it clearly. That all the incoming councillors, once they take the oath, and if they doesn't obey the oath, he's gonna get rid of them because of. I just want to go in detail a little bit. There's 3 issues that he raised that are very important. He raised about gender-based violence. It's also the role of a part of the role of the councillor to ensure that the community members participate in all this. And then he raised also something of service delivery. It's very important, and that's one of the key elements that the councillors need to do. Corruption, fraud. We know that, Stewie, there was corruption and there was fraud during apartheid, but the president is busy bringing South Africa in a new dawn. He talked about a new dawn, and I think he's busy unfolding that new dawn.
Okay, the president is busy unfolding a new dawn. And Voiceit just want to play you the next clip of the president, because we do have a slight problem with it and think the president is a little bit contradictory, or maybe we don't understand what is he meaning by that.
We've also received and taken note of the decision by the Correctional Services, National Commissioner, to release Comrade Jacob Zuma from incarceration on medical parole. We welcome this. We've heard that he is not well, and we'd like to wish him
We just cut the video a little bit short, where the president is really let everybody pledge their oath, and is wishing the former President Zuma all the best with his sickness. But people know if you get medical parole, it's normally a person that's busy dying. And all of us know Zuma broke the oath of his own conduct as a politician, and he was defying towards the court. And they didn't lock him out as us as voters. Like when we started, we said, we are equal now. I'm equal next to President Cyril Ramaphosa with my vote. But there's such a lot of prisoners that's busy dying. And our president is changing, according to me now, and welcoming President Zuma to be released out of jail. Or is he really so sick? That's my question to you.
Do you remember the president of the country? I don't know is the truth or what, but I want to be honest. There was a serious concern about the release of the former president. It's true, we are equal, all of us. If I steal or I kill, I need to be jailed. And the present president, is also equal to that. The issue of the former president is nearly like the issue of Shabri Sheikh. Shabri Sheikh was in jail and he was admitted. Few days later, he played golf. Over the weekend, we saw a clip where the former president was having a meeting with the former chair of SAA and his daughter. You see that, that's why I was saying in the beginning, South Africa came into the law, they are very, very genuine. And I think the president doing this, he's also trying to avoid these internal fights in the African National Congress. And it's not in the African National Congress only. If you can remember what happened in Durban, about all this looting of all these stores, that was seriously a political issue. It was not about unemployment. That was a political issue.
All right, so what Voiceit wants to show to you people tonight that your vote is very important, but make sure for who you're going to vote. Because here the president is saying this pledge, and then the next moment he's allowing somebody that's not really entitled to be on medical parole, is employing it actually, that they must come out. That is our first statement of the ANC. We'll come back to that one later. We discovered that some our leaders or our parties is not a straight line party. They say this moment this, and the next moment they do this. We're first gonna play two videos of the EFF again. The EFF is a very, very strong party. The EFF actually push the country that the former president must resign. If you look at when they ever have meetings. But now let us just show you this video of the EFF, and we talk to you again about it.
Justice Zondo recuse himself?
No, for what? I don't know what are the powers. That is the man who must be chained. That one. Who must go fetch from Nkandla. And he must come and answer here. Because Zuma engages in extremely stupid things. And he doesn't want to be held accountable. Zuma says to Maseko, go and see the coup.
There you see the president of the EFF say straight, Zuma must go to jail. Otherwise, he will go and fetch him at Nkandla. But we're going to look at another video now again, what the EFF is saying again.
We do not agree with the sentencing. It is extremely out of order, and it is emotional, and it is angry. We don't think that the sentencing actually speaks to the law. President Zuma is a first offender. He's a former statesman. He's 79 years old, and he's got no criminal record.
I appreciate the questions that we see. We will entertain the questions much later, but I like the way that you're interacting with all the questions here. There now again, President Zuma is too old to get to prison. What is your comment on that?
Stewie, you must remember the former president, I think in the parliament, he and the cabinet and the ministers and the parliament, they adopted on a certain age, I don't know, I'm not quite sure, is it 65 or 70 that you can't be in prison. But here, the same Malema. Remember Malema is a former president of ANC, youth league president. He was the one that was fighting for the former president. Malema can play with your life if you want to do that. On a serious note, one moment you must be jailed, one moment you must not jail. The next moment you feel that you are a criminal, the next moment you are correct. He was the one that visited the same former president, having tea with him, and he said it clear that his visit was only to have a cup of coffee or tea with him. When he comes back and been interviewed on television, he said they must go and fetch him. We do not know what does Malema really want. EFF is a strong party, but I must tell you, honest speaking, Stewie, the leadership of EFF is like any other party.
Okay, all right. There you are hearing it. The one side they do this, and the other side they are doing that, and that is a little bit worrying to voice it. And I think for you as the viewers also, where are we going to get a party that's straight line and don't divert from what they are saying? I just want to play another video clip of an advocate saying this, and we'll come back to that again.
Bank in South Africa. All my houses have got a bond.
Yeah.
And then when I became president with an increased salary,
Yeah.
I bought a house again here.
In Saxonwood?
In Sandton.
Okay.
So I've been investing my money where it matters most,
Okay.
not in alcohol and ladies,
Yeah.
like many other responsible young people
you are
do.
paying bonds on these properties.
I'm paying bonds. These houses are they've been financed by banks. I'm paying bonds every month.
Yeah.
I'm taking home nothing.
There, Julius was saying he's paying all the bonds, but just on another clip, then again he said his wife is paying the bonds. He doesn't have bonds, but we leave you with that one. We just want to come to the advocate a very popular advocate. Look at his question or his statement, and then we take it from there.
Why are they putting themselves under pressure? Because he says, no, we don't want to humiliate Zuma. What? Zuma, who has humiliated 50 million of us over so many years, over Nkandla, state capture, all sorts of criminal activities. Now, we must nurse his feelings and make sure we don't humiliate him, and he must continue to humiliate this country. Right. No.
There's a top advocate saying how bad Zuma is, but now he's defending Zuma of the same things. What is your comment on that?
Stewie, there's so many things that happen since Zuma is no more the president of the country. Today they say this about the former president. Tomorrow they say this. Today they fight him, tomorrow they defend him. The issue of Nkandla and the 15 million and all this lot of monies, it's, I don't know, is it done at the Zondo Commission? And the same advocate that are talking here is the same advocate that said, I think a year ago, a different story of having a different tune about the former president.
You see, people, that is our concern, that you must make sure who you're going to vote for. Because the one day they are saying that, the next day they are saying that. And I think political-wise, in this 27 years, our communities have grown a lot. They are more clever than what the politicians really think they are. We are moving a little bit away to the DA. The DA is a very strong party. The DA, the municipalities, they are running it very well. And the DA is really progressing in where they are leading the municipalities. But also the other side of the DA, let's look at the side, what their members got to say.
I personally feel if Mr. Mandela was still alive today, DA would really be the party that he would be voting for.
A few moments later.
There, Herman Mashaba, when he was at the DA, says even Nelson Mandela would have voted for the DA. Now he say it will be an insult. Again, big leaders, what is the problem? Is it money that makes them say that? Are they genuine with their parties, leaving another party, starting another party? Or it's confusing to me. What is your opinion?
Stewie, Herman Mashaba, it's one of, I don't have a background actually about of Herman Mashaba, but Herman Mashaba was in the DA. He was a leader in DA. He was also, if I'm correct, the mayor of, I don't know, is it Tshwane?
Tshwane, yeah.
Yeah, he was the mayor of Joburg, and then he started his own party. I don't believe the story of Herman Mashaba saying that if Mandela was alive, he should vote for DA. Remember Nelson, the late Nelson Mandela, he went to jail because of the African National Congress was fighting the apartheid regime. So that one, I think, is contradicting himself, or unless he tried to get votes for his party because of he's having his own party. I don't know if I'm quite sure. The name is, what's it, Actions?
No, by then he was still by the DA, 2016 when he made that statement. So he was encouraging the people actually to go for the DA. Then
Yeah.
after that, he reversed. Now he got his own party action.
Remember that time he was campaigning for DA because of he was having this in his upper to say that if he can, maybe he will become the president of DA on a later stage because of DA also made a lot of promises to most of the blacks that becomes mayors. An example, Olindwa Masibuko and Maimani and I don't want to go in detail and become political, having political agendas about that. But DA, when Lindwe was the president of DA, there was a lot of issues also about Lindwe. Now this guy, Herman Mashaba, when he lost his seat in Joburg, he started his own party and he feels still today and he's having still that mentality saying that if Mandela was alive, maybe he should also vote for his party.
If you look at, we have some couple of months ago, we had the municipality spokesperson here in Bloemfontein and the whole of Free State is in a mess with service delivery. How is Stromsburg doing, your place?
Stewie from a very, very small town. I don't think even the population is over 15,000 people. We had councillors in the town. We had from the TLC, we had councillors in town. But let me be honest, Stewie, the town after 2016, there was a lot of things that didn't happen in the town. If you can go to that small town now, even at the graveyards, you will find pampers lying around. There are no service delivering. You will hear sometimes they are telling you even about the tracker can't come and take the refuse, or there's no water, they didn't pay Bloom Water. Karib district will been under administration for a very long time.
So you're having the same problem.
We are facing the same
We're going to
problem.
look at another video of the DA contradicting themselves and then this thing was removed.
Why are you using these racial tensions in Phoenix as a campaign instrument?
Thanks, Clement. Nice to be with you for the second time today. And as I said this morning, that the only people who are attaching race or race baiting on this is the ANC itself, because they know that those 2 points in the posters are entirely true. The first one is that for the last 3 months, they have been running around the province blaming any and everyone except themselves, saying that people who defended their homes, defended their properties in all communities were racists. And that was obviously to distract from the ANC-sponsored looting and rampage that took place in the name of freeing Jacob Zuma. And so that's where the conversation has continued to go. And we believe that that's simply not true, and they need to be called out for that.
This video clip was removed by the DA at a later stage, but damage is done. Damage has been totally done. How can you say you call the ANC racist and the DA calls those people that have killed the other people heroes? Don't you think that's a little bit not nice if you look at the humanity fact?
Stewie, the DA, I think they use those placards also for campaigning. The issue of Phoenix, as I said in the beginning, with this lootering, it was issues of political. Remember, in Phoenix, it's not ANC that only governs. There are minority, IFP is also there, they are also there. But I think they use this clip, these placards and put it on there just to say ANC, it's, as they said it in newspapers and over the TVs and radios, that ANC is the cause of all this. Remember, it's not only ANC that are in the legislature of KZN. So DA is using this, and the Deputy Secretary General of ANC request DA to apologize, and they do so. But the problem is, I think DA used that placard just to get votes.
But they use it so wrongly. How can they say people is heroes killing one another there in Phoenix?
Yeah, he calls them heroes. To be honest, I don't know why he call people that have passed on heroes.
That was the main
That's why I'm
focus.
saying they are using this. They are using this to campaign for votes. They are not using this saying people are heroes. You can't call people that have passed on heroes unless they have passed on during the war or something else, but not during this looting and all this.
Okay, they made a big blunder there. Right, that was in Durban. Now we go to Bloemfontein, still with the DA Heidedal. Some time ago on social media, the DA, the councillor, Atti ter Blanche, puts a wonderful clip on social media that I was also quite impressed. Let's quickly read on his clip on social media. There Atti ter Blanche is stating, waar die DA aan bewind is, loop alles vlot. So what he's trying to say, where the DA is in charge, everything goes well because there was a school open in his area, in his ward. So it's because of the DA, if I read it correct, where the DA is, it was in charge. And I almost applaud him for that. But then we contact Bob, and we want to know, how did this thing happen? Was it really the DA that was involved in building that school in that ward? And I got hold of the regional manager of Bob, and let's listen first to his video clip.
Good afternoon, Stuart, and good afternoon, viewers. I'd like to just clear up a couple of things around the AFBOP Schools Infrastructure Program. The program has not involved any political party whatsoever, neither the DA nor the ANC or any other political party. The program started as a government-private sector partnership. AFBOP, for its centenary in 2018, approached the DBE, the Department of Basic Education, to say to them, we would like to do something that is sort of long-lasting, something good, invest in the community. And we decided to refurb a school in every province. And that is really where the Joe Solomon refurbishment of the school started. We agreed with government on a specific program. The total value of the program is in excess of 270 million rand, but AFBOP contributes 150 million rand to the program, and the Department of Basic Education contributes the rest. And that is really where the program came from, and that is how the Joe Solomon School was refurbished. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
When even I had a discussion with him, he said, no, AFBOP was formed in the Free State and they wanted to start with the school first, and Joe Solomon was the oldest school. And they got a lot of schools in South Africa where AFBOP is going to invest in. But again, my problem here is the genuineness of councillors and political parties. They see an opportunity, and if the people doesn't see the other side, they believe this side, and these companies are taking them actually for a ride. What is your opinion on that?
Stewie, as I said, people are using all this media statements of them going around and say they have planned this and this. It's true. Ati grew up in Heidedal, but where did Ati get money to build that school? Because of, as we saw that video clips now, that people that have done all this and had those plans to build these schools, it's only people that have money. If you remember that Heide is one of it's one of the old schools in Heidedal. So Ati is using this also as a way of canvassing for DA for membership.
Yeah, you see, that is what I'm trying to show all the people here, that how desperate these people are just to secure their positions or to keep on misleading the people. But there you got the truth side from the regional manager from Avbo. We still continue. We go now a little bit to the PA. The PA make a poster also on social media, and I want you to read it. I'm going to read it to you. Where the President Gayton Mackenzie say, "Hear me and rejoice. You have had the privilege on being saved by the great Gayton. It is salvation. The universal scales tip towards balance because of your sacrifice. Smile. Forever in death, you have become children of Gayton." So, my question to you is, look how people are manipulating the community just for a vote. You, even in death, you have become children of Gayton. Is it even in death children of God or of Gayton? What will your opinion be?
Stewie, you can't use the scripture of God doing all this. We understand politics starts in church, because in 1912, politics, it was here at Vaihook in the Methodist Church. Now, Gayton is really misleading the community, say using those words or having a clip like that. Gayton must remember, PA is a young party, and it's more of a colored party. You may think that we are all Christians, because this is a democratic country. You can belong to any religions. It's not that you must be a Methodist to go to heaven. Now you must stop this. Really, I want to be honest. If you want the community to vote for his party, because in the previous elections, we read a lot about the placards that he puts on and all this. Gayton must be really focused. He must not use the scripture of God and thought that everybody is Christians and will get votes.
There you are hearing it, what our guest is saying, leave God alone and canvas on your own. But we're going to look at another video that I think the PA can do well with this campaign of illegal foreigners. Because illegal foreigners, with Voiceit research, there's about almost between 3 and 5 million illegal foreigners in South Africa. And the main government is actually doing nothing. We just want to play you a short clip of what a foreigner thinks about the South Africans, and we discuss this again.
Thank you very much for your time. It's a pleasure.
In this continent, you are colored. We don't have this color in this continent. You are colored. You don't have this color in this continent. You follow your ancestors, they white people. This one is for black people. Fuck off.
At first we were all black, 1994. Now we are divided by certain people, and here is a foreigner that says you are colored like the whites. You must, I won't say his word. The arrogancy I'm worried about. If you go to Hillbrow, the Nigerians, you can't go in there. The Nigerians told you straight, hey, this is our place, and you are actually a South African. If you go here in Ella Street, it's the Ethiopians. They are ruling that street. So I think in the next 20 years, we're going to sit with a problem if things can't turn around. What will your opinion be on that one?
Stewie, it's true what you are saying. And I'm having a serious concern about it. If you go up Wafenga Street, is it Nohenga or which street is it? It's only Nigerians. I'm not discriminating or having xenophobia. But it's true, we are having a lot of foreigners in the country. And it's a problem to us because of most of the foreigners that are in the country, they're only here for business. They're not here for living. They came only to this country for doing business and take our money away, and also killing our people, because there are some of them that are doing that, and that's not something to be hide because of some of them killing our people, and it's difficult for South African police to get them, and they're using our own people. Now that he said that you colors, you are like whites, really that one it's not something good, because of he's not even a South African. As I said, I'm not talking about xenophobia now, but I'm getting worried if he can say to the next person, or he say you the black what they're gonna fight him. But Stewie, I think our government really Home Affairs need to do a lot about this. We are sitting in South Africa with 20 to 30% foreigners. And it's not people that are legal. Most of them, they're not legal in the country. But they are legal in the country because of they pay chocho. They pay every day. The police van stand there. Home Affairs stand there. They have been deported today. Practical example, people of Lesotho are deported today. Tomorrow the person is again in the country. And they pay our own government officials, the police, Home Affairs, and the migrant people money to be in the country.
We're going to take a short break with Brooks Hill. I see that we got a few questions here, and then we're going to entertain your questions and continue. Right, there's our first question is from Bronisha de Prier. Meneer Jan, Mr. Jan, if you say it's important for everyone to vote, why aren't we as colored people included? It's always black and white.
Thank you, Stewie, for that question. It's a very important question. Remember that South Africa is a democratic country. We coloreds, during apartheid, we've been separated. I want to make you an example of myself. My mom is colored and my father is Xhosa. And I can vote for both DA, I can vote for both ANC or EFF. We coloreds, it's not that we have been isolated. The colors itself isolate them from other people because of, if you look at Heidedal now, previously it was only coloreds, so we call ourselves coloreds, that was staying in Heidedal. Now that's a multiracial area. The question is very important. What I would like to advise my fellow sister is that let's go out and vote for the party that you want to vote. If you want to vote for DAA, whoever you vote, remember your vote is counting and it's very important. It's not only for blacks and whites to vote. We colors are also, we are now represented in the country. If you go to legislature, you'll hear that the Khoisan is on the feet. Let's support the colors and let's vote. Even you can vote for any party that you love to vote, but as long you vote so that your vote can be heard.
Okay, another question, Malcolm Tybosh. He say that normally the people are tampering with the votes and it doesn't get anywhere. Is there any truth on that?
Stewie, they try to bring many systems in terms of the votes. They try to bring the electronical one, and we are having still the old one now. Stealing votes, I'm not sure about that one. But Stewie, I must be honest with you. From 1994, there was this story that ANC or DA is stealing votes. In the Western Cape, they vote for DA, and that was 70%. And at the last vote, it was last elections, it was no more 70%. We are having this in our mentality, saying that ANC is stealing votes. There are people that have been employed by IEC, and they are the people that overseen that the votes are transparent. You have been given only 3 papers to vote. Those that steal votes, yeah, it happened. I know about it. It happened in other provinces. There was complaints that was lodged. But remember, it was not only ANC, it was not only DA, even the same EFF. And EFF is really vocal about it.
Right, I hope it's answering your question, Malcolm. And then Ivy Anderson, direct elections is key. The current system, laws, constitution have removed our freedom and liberty. The top 3 parties are putting people in offices that sabotage SA's future. She say elections is the key, but our laws and constitution have been removed, our freedom. Meaning you can't walk in the streets anymore, or you are not even safe at your home. The system have weakened, like you were saying actually all the time. Foreigners comes in illegal, and I hope that is what you are asking us, Evie. What is your comment on that?
Stewie, our freedom. I used to use this word, and I want to use it again. Freedom. We are free and we are still dumb.
Okay.
There are public participation, where the public participate in with all the laws that are in South Africa that have been adopted. Our freedom. These bigger parties, they don't fight really. They are only fighting, they want money only. Now, when they are fighting, they use us. That's why I'm saying freedom. freedom, we're gonna die free and dumb at the same time because of we don't participate and don't want to be part of the implementation part of this. There was, I remember even the former president had this issue of having street committees. It's one of them. It doesn't take our freedom away. We need to participate in those things. We don't even participate in what committee members. The only thing that we are looking, we always look at the bad side of the politicians or the political parties. To answer it in very short, everyone has his own freedom because this is a democratic country. If you are not happy with something, the president office is having that help desk where you can complain. If I'm not happy about health issues, I just write a letter to the ombudsman and then they need to respond.
Okay, you make a statement and say, for most of us that votes, we are free to vote, but we are dumb. That's why I say freedom to make the right choice, if there is a right choice to vote for any party. But in conclusion, I just want to have something on record here. Do you think that the former president, Jacob Zuma, will ever be charged or found guilty?
Stewie, the storm is over. You will never ever be charged.
On this note, the storm is over. Everybody that was waiting and so excited that Jacob Zuma must be charged and go to jail, Oyan, straight guy from the public, say the storm is over. That's not going to happen. People, make sure who you're going to vote. We have given you the strong points of the political parties and some bad points and how councillors are playing one another off. If the councillor is really there for you in your community to serve you, good. If the councillor is only there for his money, choice is yours to make the right decision to vote. To the smaller parties, I wish you all the best in this campaign. To the bigger parties, I also wish you the best. If you can change our country and let our country just be stable, Voiceit is supporting that. On this note, thank you so much, people, for viewing in. Please send us more of your comments, and Jan is on our talk show. He will comment how it goes. And just something very important, we wanted to have an open debate with the four political parties that we had on our show, the PA, the ANC, the EFF, and the DA. Only 2 political parties said they are geared up, and the others just turned it down. So that show before the 1st of November, unfortunately, Voiceit had to turn it down because we wanted to have an open debate with an open audience where you can view your questions. So we can't just have only the 2 political parties. But on this note, so far, you still have almost a week to decide who you want to vote for. So choice is yours. Thank you so much.